Surprise! Merry Christmas
Merry
and
Christmas,
Boxing Day to everybody. This is Mildenhall and Velma, and as we can see, we have Gary. Cheeky Tech, yes. So we just thought we were do a sort of a bit of a follow-on video really with his HST. Any of you who may have watched his video would have seen that he recently bought a Hornby Railroad HST.
Yep, did.
And hello, Dave from Cottesmore. It's
Hello,
Cottesmore.
Dave.
Hello, Trouble. Yeah. So we just thought we'd give you guys a bit of a railway fix in case you know, you've kind of now done your Christmas thing, and you know you kind of like fancy getting, you know, you've got all your Christmas presents, all your lovely goodies for Christmas, and you want to get to the layout. So we just thought we'd kind of give you a bit of a kind of
A loadout. The funny thing is,
I'll let you do because I'm going to switch on the lights. So you
Susanna's got the Lima tooling HST.
There we go.
Really good. And there's light.
We have light.
50p for the meter. So it's interesting to see. I brought my HST over to have a little run through.
Well, you carry on chatting away.
I don't know if they released you. Yes, they released me from Bracknell. In fact, I don't live in Bracknell. So
That's a closely guarded secret, that is, where you live.
Yeah. So I've brought the train, my HST over to actually compare with Susanna's, and I've brought a load of coaches as well, just to see what it's pulling. At the moment, we've got the Lima
Yes.
pancake motor, which is Susanna's, pulling
And on the
12,
end of it.
pulling 12 coaches. Who's that? Hi, Anthony. Nice. Happy New Year. Not Happy New Year yet. Happy Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So we just thought we'd just give you a railway fix today.
Yeah.
So, well, I wasn't going to tell everyone you live in Sheffield, was I?
Don't mention Sheffield.
Yeah, that's blasphemy in this.
There's a model shop there that I don't go to because I'm not allowed to. Because I'm barred.
So basically, me and Gary thought we'd get together, and he's got his HST set, I've got my HST set, and as well as that we have my Class 47 running, and I also have a Class 50 running. Monarch is pulling a rake of Mark 1. So since Gary has a love of blue-grey, I thought...
How do you know that?
Yeah, I know. Sneaky. So I thought, well, what we'll do is we will show you, we'll have a little bit of a blue day. Hello, Steve Smith.
Hello, Steve.
Merry Christmas.
Good afternoon.
So we're gonna spin you around now.
How are we
So this is gonna be quite...
spinning me around?
Yeah, we are gonna spin you, so careful, it's gonna get a bit scary, so I'm gonna spin you around.
Got it.
Okay. And let me just do that, sorry. Here we go, right. That's what I should do. Right, my apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. Right, we're gonna get you down a bit more lower and a bit... Now, I've got the railway chair. I'm hoping he won't fall off it today. Tony Northeastern. Hello, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Look who's here. Right, so you can keep up with the chat on there.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, unless you need your reading glasses or anything.
Hi there. Merry Christmas. Hello.
So for those of you who want a Christmas fix on the railways, here we have 3 trains running. On the outer loop we have a combination. It's a bit of a combo. Where the front end of the HST is my HST, which is a Lima Intercity HST, and on the back of it is Gary's HST from Hornby Railroad, and there's 12 coaches on that. We're just doing a bit of a kind of test on it, a load test. Actually, funny enough, Tony did a load test, didn't he?
Absolutely.
Tony's done some load testings.
Who else we got there? Anthony.
Yes.
What did Santa bring you? Christmas.
Well, to be honest with you, for me personally, I've got one coach.
Chicken for the oven.
Oh, chicken for the oven. No, not turkey. Didn't have any turkey. Don't eat turkey. Turkeys. Do you have any pigs in blankets?
Yeah.
In the middle, we have a Class 50 Monarch running around, and we have also a Class 47, which I'm going to sort of get you down. So I'm just going to lower the tripod, so bear with me a minute as I do this, so you get a bit more up close and personal.
It's like the sound camera action team, so they've got sound producer, director all in one here.
My apologies for I'm just trying to get a bit closer to the layout without it looking like it's miles away. Don't worry, I can see you.
Okay.
You don't have to stand up.
I am standing up.
Right. Okay, so we've got a few things to show you. Now, where is your...
Where's more?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right. So we're going to talk HSTs now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give... No, you can sit there.
Yeah, just drop the traction tiles and lose them.
Oh, sorry, Miller.
That's right. Go,
Right.
go for it. Where we going?
Sorry, this is the cuff, what we're doing. Right, I'm going to give...
Salty Seagull.
We're going to...
Back from the Severn Valley.
Oh, well, nice to hello, Salty Seagull, welcome to the stream. So we're going to just talk about the HSTs, because that's one of the reasons why we thought we were here. So, like I say, many of you who follow Gary...
Do you want to get any closer with that? And like,
That's all right, I'm just going to go zoom into your HST now.
easy.
Right, so that's his HST, and I'm just going to zoom in.
This is the one that just got from just been released from Hornby. And this is Susanna's Lima trawling one, which is Lima. This one's the Hornby one.
It's just that Gary had a few queries.
Yeah, a few questions that some of you guys had asked me, and I thought this was coming over here, so we'll answer them questions. But the actual tooling is exactly the same. It is a little bit, there's slight tweaks, as we call it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a couple of little tweaks, but all in all, it's just mainly the heavier chassis and the new motor sort of housing, that kind of thing. Other than that, the actual body, what's it saying?
Steve's saying do a quick swap.
Do a quick swap. Yeah. Oh, where's it gone?
Yeah.
So other than that, you could take that body off and put it on the newer chassis. So for those people that are asking, would the old body fit? I would say 90% sure that would, if I'm honest with you, because it's got the same clips. I haven't taken your one off, so I don't know what that's like.
But it's got the two screws. You can't take it because you have to undo the screws.
Yeah. Do they have the clips under there on these?
Sorry?
On your body, do you have like a...
I'm not sure if they've got the lugs on there. I think it pretty much falls out, to be honest.
I'm peeping.
Yeah, I think it pretty much falls out.
Yeah, alright. So this has obviously been built as more retaining clips to hold the body on. I suppose for little fingers, that kind of thing. Not like my fat fingers. But other than that, so I think it's interesting. Have you got a screwdriver?
Have I got a screwdriver?
Yeah, have you got a screwdriver?
I do indeed.
Not now, it's got to get the bus going.
Right. What kind would you like?
Well, if you something undoes your body,
Is this one my body?
sounded weird.
Yeah.
And then I'll do.
You really don't want to undo my body, I'll tell you.
Well, I think. I'm
Right,
on the
let's
same
have a
page
quick.
with you. I'm going to put the power card and use the dummy, I think, on mine.
So you can explain to them some of the other ones that we've got there.
What was that then?
That is the dummy car. So if you just bring that, so if I just zoom out.
Power card.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry, you just did the camera now.
Legs.
Oh, there you go. I'll tell you what. So keep an eye on that so you can see where the camera is. So when you, there you go. So you can show that into City whilst I'll get the screw out of this one.
So this is what's this one?
So that's my Lima. That was originally my Lima dummy car, but I swapped the chassis out.
So this is non-motorised.
Yeah, it's actually a power car, but I've taken the insides out of it. It's a rolling chassis.
Yeah. Have you actually got any Hornby? No, you're just all Lima.
No, I've got two super deep. In fact, look, they're behind you.
That's the same as what I got, which I showed. Yeah, which is the same tooling as well. The super detailed is just slightly different than the railroad range. Is that coming out?
Yeah.
Just trying to unclip the body. As he throws it at me. Hate that noise. And then that's Susanna's. Right, yeah, that's the same as the one that's going
right.
round. So
Okay. So
that's Susanna's little intervention.
I don't know. Have you got this as an additional piece on yours? This is what I've just found out. A little lug.
No. Oh yes, mine does come off. I did notice that. Yeah. So that's exactly the same body. That's your one, isn't it? Yeah, that is the same.
There you go. So that's So that's mine.
Yeah. So looking at this chassis,
Right.
this is exactly the same as the new ones. So it has these little recesses there, or the lugs as I call them, and then you've got the tab at the back that clips into the little recess there. So the bodywork is exactly the same. It is exactly the same.
And there's no lighting on that.
No, the only thing that's good on here, you've got pickups, whereas on
The ones on the
my
back of
one,
yours.
they're like plastic
So in fact, in some ways, that's actually probably a bit easier to wire up.
Absolutely. So you could wire this up a lot easier with lighting. Mine, you'd have to change the wheel sets and probably put pickups in the side there.
So it's a lot more work in some ways.
For the experienced modeler, there is a lot of scope, as I've said before. But yeah, you could put. I don't know why you'd want to do that, because at the end of the day, these are exactly the same tooling as the new ones.
I mean, just to pick up on it.
It's just the pickup, yeah. It's
just to pick up on it, not the actual pickup on the pickup. Yeah. But this actually says on the bottom of the chassis that it's actually a Lima.
Yeah.
It actually does say it on the bottom that it is a Lima.
Whereas the other ones are now.
Hello, LNER 1946. Welcome to the stream.
Swap them for Pendolino.
Yeah.
Dave has to say that, doesn't he?
No, I don't do Pendolinos.
No. Who does Pendolinos?
Yeah, so we're just sort of going through it. I have to say, we did actually have Gary's HST running on the layout, but he has got a bit of an issue with the decoder.
Yeah.
Not with the train, it's with the decoder. So that's why it's not actually running. And when it was running, it actually pulls better than my Lima one, because mine did have a bit of wheel slip on it.
Should we bring the camera up from my crotch to the...
Sorry, yes, yeah, that might help. Yeah, my apologies.
I'm sure there's like...
No, it's just because you had it in your hand.
What, my crutch? No. I'll tell you what, this comes...
Hello, Rob McCrane, all the way from Farland. How are we doing?
Hello, mate. You're all right. Yeah, yours unclips a lot easier. Maybe that's... I like the...
But you've got that added security of... Yeah. So we're having a blue day, which I think Rob will be quite appreciative of. Rob likes a bit of blue. We have got the 47 just about to come into... And it's a weathered 47, not by me.
But she's trying.
Now, have I done every coach on my... No, my layout can't cope with every coach, to be honest. And because it's just not long enough. It's just a very diddy coach. But the back of this HST is actually Gary's one. And actually, what I'll do is, if we can, I'm just going to stop it and just... Hello, David Atkins. Welcome to the stream. And,
hi, David.
What I'm going to do is, do you want to take over from that for a sec?
I'm Karen.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm just going to, you're on camera, I'll let you deal with 4372, that's my HST. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stop it on yours.
On this one?
Yeah, on your end.
Just going to stop it on my end.
Yes, your HST. We should point out actually that all of these coaches are all Hornby, but they're a mixture of new and old style Hornby coaches. So the shorter ones, the blue-grey ones, are all Gary's. And what I wanted to do is actually, whilst we were here, is Gary, since you were quite good at doing this.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Go on, it's your turn.
It's my turn to do the camera. Okay.
I can hear all their turkeys being degurgitating in their stomachs. So
okay.
Go on.
So, right.
I'm your cameraman.
Am I on now?
Yep, you're on.
Cool.
Action.
Excellent stuff. Right, let me get a bit closer. Right. So on here, these are both, as you can see, these are both dummy cars. Now, Gary's already explained to you the insides of it. So basically, the older Lima one, which is my one, and which hopefully will say Lima on it if I can read it. Yeah, I'll let you. You got it.
Just there's Lima.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the difference is, obviously, the insides have got actual pickups on my one, which you haven't on the newer one. One of the other differences is that the Hornby remake has got a slightly darker blue. And you may be able to pick up on that on the camera, that there's a slightly shade difference of a darker blue on the newer one.
Marginally.
Yeah, it's very marginal compared to the Lima one. Another difference is also something that I hadn't noticed, but Gary had noticed, was actually that the
stripe.
key holder, you can probably see it on the camera better.
So where you're looking here,
there's a slight delay on this
you've
one.
got the vents are actually blue, whereas on the new one it's black. So it's more refined or brought down. I don't know. I don't know if that's on the real engine would be the same.
And to be honest with you, this actual Lima dummy car is actually in mint condition as well.
Take the body off this while you're chatting.
Yeah. Does that say Hornby on there on the bottom of that?
Yes, that says Hornby. So this is This is all released by Hornby because they're
Now, for some of you who might not understand that, Hornby's have got the umbrella of Duef, also the same as River Rossi and Lima, all come under the Hornby umbrella. So, although it is a Lima, although it's a new Hornby, it's actually a Lima retooling. Oh yeah, look, you can see it's just plugged.
So this is the chassis of the new one. You can see, it's just plugged. So you'd have to run literally some pickups through to the chassis there, which you can buy. It's got room to add them.
So there you go. Look, there's a difference between the two.
So that really is the difference. Yeah, you've got grey cab as opposed to black. Other than that, it's identical. The interior is exactly the same.
But to be honest with you, I really think that I still think it's a really good quality item. To be honest with you, if you want to buy a HST but can't really
£100,
you can't really afford to buy a brand new super detailed one. So I've got. So if you sort of, let me just show you. We still have trains running, don't we?
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So I do have. Hopefully, I can see you on the camera.
Yep, I can.
Right, I've got this one.
Yep.
And that's a super detail. This is the 40th anniversary one.
Yeah, that's the same as what I got, but not 40th.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is. Maybe something can enlighten me.
Mine's got, is that an east, west, so you haven't got the smoke vent. I got smoke vent on mine.
I think that was what the difference was.
You've got more detail there. That's what it looks like to me.
So I've got that one, and I've also got the Intercity Executive liveried one, also. So that's those two that I have, and these are absolutely fantastic. But I think that Hornby could get a nice. If they'd really thought about it, they could have really tried got a HST train set out for Christmas, couldn't they? Really?
Absolutely.
They probably could have made a few quid there
with the LNER version they've got running.
Yeah, exactly. So. I mean, it's exactly. So even now.
Hi, David. Just seen your comment there.
Whilst you got the 125 in your could I measure the chassis? Right. Okay.
Can we measure the chassis?
Right.
Which one?
It's Tony Northeastern's asking. Right. So I think it's like I said. I don't think it's exactly the same. Let me just find a. We have a ruler.
Sorry about the clicks on the tripod, but.
Yeah, sorry about the camera work's a bit dodgy, even going in and out.
That's it. Blame me for my dodgy camera work.
No, it's me as well. Right, so there you go. Okay. It is approximately, say, 22 centimetres. Is that what we're saying? It's about roughly 22 centimetres.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, it's about 22 and a half. Let's call it 22 and a half, in fact.
Hi, John, Piccadilly.
Hello, John Warner. Merry Christmas to you both. Oh, actually, that's what he just said. So Merry Christmas to you, John. Sorry. Oh, my brain sometimes. Right, so we've now established that basically whether you buy this Lima one or whether you buy a retooled Lima one, it's basically essentially the same in terms of its dimensions. But the difference is actually you've got pickups on the older ones.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. And
just trying to get hold of them now is quite hard. That's the theory.
I mean, I have to say, I mean, we did have Gary's HST running earlier, and it was. And it is a lot smoother in terms of acceleration compared to my sort of pancake motor one, which has got.
I'll bring it round and try. We'll give it one more try.
Yeah.
Is that what number is that? Oh,
that's. So we're gonna have a HST now running without an end.
Just stop it about there and then.
Yes, boss.
I'm now the fat controller.
Right. What I'm going to do actually is we're going to, as Monarch comes past, we're just going to do a bit of, let's see who's on the other side, 4701. So we're going to just stop the other two at the station.
Right, don't want any comments about trains in the middle of the road.
Yeah, this is all just a bit of Christmas fun.
It's called getting out the way from Turkey. Right, so this is the my HST that I've just bought from Hornby. It's got the lights on. So this will be number. I'll let you
just sort of bear with me. I'm just sorting out my class 50 at the moment.
Stuck on the power car. Stick the power on.
Right, okay, I'm just gonna what I'm gonna do.
Truck. The truck.
Here we go, right, loco. It was 5, I know it's 3 now, isn't it, because we've reset the chip.
It's just for Steve.
Oh, come on, what are you doing to my layout, Steve? Come on.
Put the train on the truck.
I'm sorry, if you're going to put that on the crane, it won't cope.
One happy customer.
There you go. You're right now, everyone's satisfied, everyone happy now. Right, so we're hoping. Now, the issue that the chip issue that we were having was that basically it just stuttered.
Yeah, it's a Gauge Master chip. It's quite an old one, so I literally done it for testing. But this has got traction ties. This HST you can see that's pulling, like the new Hornby one.
There's your end. Here you
go. Do you want my end on? Yeah. See what? It does that little stuttery stop.
And we've lost 2 coaches as well.
We lost 2 coaches. Yeah. I think we'll give up. We're trying to get the end on. We're going to try it.
Yeah, it's just whether we can get the this HST of yours. It would be nice to see if we can get it running, but it has got a chip issue. It's not, so don't.
Yeah, it's not the layout because everything else.
And it's not the loco either. It's actually a chip issue.
Yeah, it's just an old chip, but it's one of those things. When I started doing model railways, it was.
You can see how far we get this time.
Yeah, I didn't want to buy the most expensive chips, but so that's pulling 12 inches and the power car. Oh, I just ordered a load of new chips from DCC Concept.
I've never tried them.
No, I'll be honest, I bought one and I did have a problem, but I think that was my own error. I don't think it was DCC Concepts, and they probably would have sorted it out. Zimo decoders. Yeah, we Suzanne and I were saying about the Zimo decoders, and it's something that I now will look into. Yes, you see it as that staggery fault.
Well, the passengers got whiplash now.
I feel like everyone on the end of this tripod, yeah. 2 buffet cars and tea everywhere. You can't.
So it's not the HST, it's just like I said, it is the chip. But to be fair, it does run so much better than my Lima HST. We're just going to stop her now.
Yeah, I think we're
just so we don't end up damaging it. I think it's really beautiful, and in fact, it's got lights. So that's something else that you don't get with the Lima. So there are some pros and cons. I just wanted to show you actually something else. Have we got?
Good job.
I want the camera. To be honest.
Do you want the camera close?
Please. Okie dokie. Right. So I just want to. Sorry, folks. We're just going to give you a quick whiz round again. So here we go, because then I can actually see. Right, you come here.
Go on this way.
Come on, you can sit here. There's room for both. My chair can take it.
Oh, I see, because mine falls over.
Well, did you not see his kind of bloopers video?
Oh, damn. Fella. Did you hear I swore at the end of that?
Right, so I'm going to show you this. Now, this is my failed HST unit, which I made just from my Lima. This is exactly the same inside, internally. It's exactly the same as this one. So this is what you're going to get inside this one, and that is what I've done. Now,
looks like that.
Yeah, exactly. Now, what you could do is you could probably attach something from underneath, but obviously the real HST
has like a bar on there.
It always used to come through the sort of.
Just thinking, you get them drawbars to spare up the
yeah. Well, the thing is, I haven't really. What I've done. So if I just show you the chassis,
trains everywhere.
Yes, trains everywhere. If I just show you the chassis, what I've done is it comes up through the chassis. Now I've had to cut a little recess at the front of the chassis, and then basically screwed the NEM coupling to the bottom, and then that pokes through. That pokes through the hole that you've made on the front there, and it's a very fine drill bit to try not to mess up the.
Well, you're taller than me.
I'm not.
You are. Go on.
Do you want a cushion?
Yeah, I would actually. Go on, carry on.
I don't need to ruin my cushion.
I'm not going to fart on it.
I'm just sort of.
Oh, easy. What's going on?
I don't know what's going on.
It's all gone wrong.
No,
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 it's
no,
all good?
no, we're still good. I'm just trying. Let me just
Go on.
see what's going on here with my. No, it's not that one. I'm just trying to see what's. No.
Dave's gone for the Zen Z.
Yeah, you talk to them for the moment while I
V12
try and work out.
decoders. Do you find they're good, Dave? The V12. I don't know what they are. I'll have to look into them.
Oh, I know what's
decoders
happening.
what's happening?
Okay,
Go.
right. This is something that many of you may not know. Is that
Can't take you anywhere. Not even back to apologise.
no. My class 47 mysteriously was running. Was mysteriously running under its own power, even though it was under control. And there's a reason for this. Now there is a theory going around, and it is actually true. Is that if you have a loco on your track, which has got address 3, it may interfere
Which
with
is what that's got.
yes, it may interfere with other Hornby decoder chips.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It is true, and that is what's in that 47.
Oh, okay.
It's got a Hornby TTS 47 chip in it.
Oh, that's interesting.
This was some. No, I didn't know this either. This was something that was brought up from John from Canal Sidings, and he was saying this because I did have some issues from time to time at Ringwood South where trains would all of a sudden just go and shoot off all on their own.
I've had that before as well. Yeah.
And it's to do with the fact that
Oh.
it's the Hornby chip with the 3 in it. So that's and then because we've just reset your chip, it may be interfering with my 47.
Why does it do that then? Is that something I suppose the CV values can't work out?
Yeah, I'm not entirely. To be truthful with you, I am not 100%
Because
certain.
it's on almost the generic setting, I suppose.
Yeah. So are we all still here?
Yeah. 28 people.
28 people watching. That must be because of your presence. That's what it is. It must
Presents. Did I bring presents?
be. Well, you did actually. You bought me some rubbish.
That's all I ever bring, isn't it? Rubbish.
Now it's not. It's not rubbish as in rubbish, but
Yeah.
as we all know, Hornby.
Hornby make rubbish for Gary. Don't tell Hornby.
Dave Engage, welcome to the stream. So Hornby. I said it again.
Hornby.
Gary kindly
Hornby.
brought over because he
Hornby.
does his own rubbish.
Hornby.
He does makes his own little rubbish like.
Hornby. Don't get the
what was model
Rails of
railway
Sheffield. Did I say rails? Did I sorry just say that? Can't say that word in front of it though. I can't.
Come on, I don't want to be. I don't want to end up being.
No, we won't diss Rails of Sheffield.
I haven't got a problem with them, to be honest. I can still buy from them.
I haven't. They've got a problem with me. Clearly.
And so yes. Oh, and something else I just thought I'd share with you guys is I'm actually going to be cancelling my order with Hattons for their 66s. Stop press. You've heard it here first.
Why's that then?
I've decided that I'm not. Hello,
I've
Paul Hindle Hind, I think it is. My apologies if I got that wrong. Welcome to the stream. I've just decided that I'm going to cancel my order for a number of reasons. I've found out that they put up a video about their axle boxes and things like that, and saying about how you could pop these things in to glue them in to fix them and all this kind of stuff. And I kind of think that's something they should have shared with us as the general public.
Before you,
Yeah, I have noticed a few fellow YouTubers who have bought their 66s and have received their 66s, and I have noticed that 1 or 2 axle boxes have gone missing. And it's something that I think that they should have actually told us about.
So do you think this is a design fault that they've not picked up on and then shipping them out? Is that
Yeah.
Cancelled mine too. They've in October. Glad I did. Not sure what circumstances, but I think.
Yeah, it's to do with Rob. It's to do with the Hornby kind of. We're having 2 conversations here, but we'll get back to the Hattons one in a minute. It's to do with I can't. It's really difficult for me to explain because I'm not 100% sure myself. But John from Canal Sidings did a video on it, and he said it's to do with the way that Hornby have got the address 3, and. Yeah, and to be honest, I love my class 60s. And basically, there's an interference between the address 3 on the Hornby chips that sometimes it affects other locos. And I've had this happen to me before. I had one nearly seriously damaged because of it.
Do we really need rotating axle boxes?
It's like one of those things that Hornby tried where they went, oh, let's put those lovely doors that we can open and you know, and have the rotating fans. And I think they've kind of learnt from that it's kind of like.
I think they've got to try these things. It's interesting to see that the concept's there and they're trying to embrace it. But I think it's all development. The axle boxes, I've noticed a bit. Some of the
they do look good, but I think it's a bit naughty that some said I did because Sam's Trains did a post on this. And apparently they weren't supposed to have said anything or something. I don't know. Yeah. And I think he did mention something to do with the axle boxes. From a personal point of view, what I don't like is if they know, whether it be Hattons, whether it be Rails, or whether Bachmann, Hornby, doesn't matter who it is, I think if they've got a product issue, then they should let us make the decision and let us deal with it. You know, let us know. And then, you know, rather than turn around and kind of put out a video going, oh, by the way, and it wasn't even an intermittence or anything. The video that Hattons actually put out didn't say, oh, look, there may be circumstances or whatever, or there's a production problem with it. They just turned around and said,
maybe they should be addressed or spoken to, and then just sort of see what they
yeah, I mean,
sure
I don't mind. I mean, it's not the end of the world, to be honest with you. But I just find it to me, it brings up the bigger issue of trust. Of trusting in it. It's like you only find out how good a company is when things go wrong and how they deal with it. And so that's kind of like my issue, and I've kind of decided that
smoke as well,
that I would, and yeah, I'm happy with my Bachmann 66 to be honest. And another reason that is, it's not even just to do with Hattons, but also I'd like to get my Bachmann 450 sound fitted, and I've got other issues. I've got other locos that need sound fitting, and maybe I should just concentrate on that. And I'm just thinking to myself, depending on who you listen to, it's really interesting because
everyone's going to have different opinions.
Yeah. Well, some people actually said about the Hatton 66 that the body was quite fragile with the bits that were attached to it. Yeah. But then there were others saying they were completely bulletproof. So who do you believe?
But again, it depends. Everybody's different in their own right. So I mean, you know, we can all be heavy-handed trying to make something or move something. European locals leaving miles behind. So it's I think it's one of those things. I think it comes down to how you handle your locos and.
But I just think that this is quite a really good example since we're talking about quality, because this is a very basic locomotive, this HST Lima. But and yet it's still very robust.
Very robust. I was quite surprised how robust it is, if I'm honest.
And like you said, you know,
detail there.
The question is, do we need rotated axle boxes? Maybe in the future, you know, people might look at it as, oh, it's just another gimmick. No, maybe we don't need it, or it's a nice touch, or it's like I said, maybe they are just trying it. Yeah, exactly. The proof will be in the pudding. I agree. I think
David. Yeah.
But the thing is, I think Hornby kind of were quite clever, because I think that they did their Hornby 66s knowing that they weren't going to compete with Bachmann in that sense, because they knew that it was like
too many on the market.
Yeah, and I think I mean, and it's like I said, it's a bit of a shame that they didn't think about when they released this railroad pack. It's a pity they didn't release it as a train set to try and encourage younger modellers into the hobby, because this was my train set. When this is how I got to the hobby.
I think it was 2 coaches or one coach.
Well, no, you did have an option of 2, but I got 1. Mine came with an oval track.
That's it.
A power car and a dummy car and 1 coach.
That's it. Yeah.
And well, actually, you've got it there, the old style coaches, and it was and I don't know if any of you guys remember, but I had like the whole clunk controller.
Yeah.
You just go step 1, step 2, step 3, and it's like clunk.
I think channel size help modellers and manufacturers. This is what we all do. I think is it helps us as modellers.
Yeah.
And it's manufacturers do see these things, and we love all manufacturers because we buy their products, no matter how we look at it. So
I mean, you kind of look at it like football and anything like that, or any kind of sport. Like you've got kind of like, I wouldn't say we're pundits, but you know, there's people out there to sort of criticise how people.
They've said the HST is coming in GWR livery. I have heard that.
Oh, what? You mean the railroad one?
Yeah, so the original Hornby HST is being released as a GWR livery. Oh, John picked it.
Yeah, it's John.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah.
So I think, and I've got Actually, let's do a bit of a. We'll do a bit of a sort of generation game thing. So we'll go to. Let me see. Bear with me a minute.
Generation game.
Yeah. No, I've got to try and find your.
588.
No, it's free. It's free now, isn't it?
Yeah, because we reset it.
Right,
Yeah, I need to get some new chips.
Right. So I'm going to spin you around back to the layout. So my apologies again. Right, no, that's it. That's better. Why didn't I just do that before instead of swinging us round? Right. Yeah. So if you could, what we're going to do? That's on number two, which is this one.
Yeah.
If you could slow. What we'll do actually, we'll have a little look. See. So this coach in front of you. Yeah, Gary's actually seeing it on the screen.
Yeah.
So this coach in front of you is what's now the kind of Mark III new Hornby coach.
Yeah, they're the.
Yeah, so
these are about 12 inches almost.
Yeah.
So 300 mil.
Yeah. So this is the newer version, but this is the executive coaches because obviously it's got the Intercity 125 branding, whereas the newer coaches had the proper Intercity ones, and then obviously depending on. So if you just move it along, so I'm going to do a bit of a generation again.
Cuddly toy dishwasher.
Got the buffet car coming up. So all of these coaches here that you're seeing are actually my ones, the Intercity executive ones.
Yeah.
And now we've got. Now, if we can actually get to a point where we can try and get both of them in a picture at the same time, that'd be great.
We might have to go back a bit.
Now that's it. That's it. You can stop there. I'm going to zoom out. So it's like, oh, sorry, my apologies, folks. You bring it into shot a bit more. Actually, I'll just move. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's it. So we'll do it like that. So this is the original that you used to get in the original train set.
Yeah. See, these are like 10 inches. These are 2 inches smaller. These.
So they're 2 inches shorter. Also, from what I remember, these just lifted off, didn't they? Because they used to snap out.
Yeah,
they snap out.
They still do. Yeah, they are the ones that have little tabs behind them. They're a pain, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Behind door number 3's the boat. Yeah, but not
a speedboat.
Yeah, it's not bullseye. This is what you could have won.
It's a caravan.
So all of these ones, so you can sort of rotate.
What you want to do?
Move yours. Yeah, we can move the HST along. Yeah, and there we go. Now, Monarch's still steadily progressing along in the background. Now, what Gary has said in the past, and I don't know whether you guys realise, he's actually, apparently the short Mark IIIs are good for making Mark III based EMUs. Oh, really? Yeah, probably like class 442s.
Yeah.
So, these do look like blue-grey coaches, but actually, Gary actually repainted all of them to a colour match. Because you found, it wasn't quite the same?
Yeah, Hornby have this dark blue colour. It's probably my only gripe. I'll stop it there, so.
Well, you can actually see that the HST is really, really virtually identical in terms of a colour match.
Yeah, I had to mix up. There is no actual colour number for it. I literally used the BR blue and then had to keep adding like blacks and touch of red into it, and I did like lots of swabs and tests for it. But I now have got a couple more coaches I need to add in, so I've now got to repaint them in, which is a pain. But as you see, it's nice to have a matching set. So, but that one there is your original blue one. So if you can compare that to
well, you can. I can actually see it even from here.
Can you? Oh yeah, of course, it's picking up quite. So you can see the difference. That's how different that was.
And that's a Lima one, and that's so even the original Hornby. It was the original Hornby one that you said.
Yeah, it's the Hornby ones that are real.
You want the original ones or the super detail one?
No, super detail's the same as this. These coaches match super detail. So
if you carry on chatting,
if you pop the one then next to it, you'll see it pretty much is the same colouring. I don't know why Hornby do that. I suppose because it's railroad range, it signifies that it's just a different set for them, and I can understand that's.
This is
that's the super detail. So where are you going to go with that?
Where am I going to go? Actually, bring the train closer towards you, and then after we can do it. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so if you've got
all these selection of HSTs. Just turn the dial.
Yeah, I'm trying to
get it into the. Keep going.
Keep going.
And
Bear
there you
with us.
go. There you go. Right. So what I'm going to do is, if I'm going to let me see if I can. I think Monarch's on this one. Let's see if Monarch. Yeah, Monarch's on that one. Well, I'm going to stop her at the station. Actually, we'll just stop her there. That's fine. So we'll stop Monarch there, and we'll put
The two together.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
Oh, actually, I can't do that because that hasn't got a chip in it.
Just put it next to it.
Just unplug it. Actually, that's fine.
There we
Just
go.
unplug it.
We're unplugged.
Because I forgot, this is one of the many, because I keep meaning to buy a sound chip for this.
Yeah.
I want to get one of the Hornby, but to be honest with you, I'm actually quite scared of opening this, to be honest.
They're not too bad because they've only got like two. I think got like two.
Right, I'm going to zoom in slightly. Oops, that's a bit.
So this is the same as what I had in my video. The only thing I like about yours,
There you go.
your logo's the same as this one now. Was on my one, it's actually white. The actual Intercity's white.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see that these actually are completely matching.
But like Gary said on his own video, there really isn't much in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the main thing that I would say that's mainly different is the light clusters themselves, which is at the front here, and the roof detail. I find.
Yeah, which
because you can see easily.
Yeah.
You can see easily how all of this is like all been picked out, where this is completely black and darkened on.
I'm not sure if I'm right on this, but I believe that Western and Eastern, I think there was two different different HSTs. So.
And also the other difference, that's what I want to do, Dave. Actually, put a Valenta TTS chip in it. The other difference between the two is actually you've got the guards window.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Which you don't see, which you've got here, but you don't have.
Why did they change that? That's a question that I don't know.
Well, I think the guards got moved to the TGS coach to make it easier to get through the train. I think
back in the day that would have been prototypical.
I think the idea, the idea originally was to have the guards there, but then I think they realised probably that in order for the guard to get through the train, it'd probably be better to put them onto have its own compartment within the coach and then walk through the coaches. I think. I mean, don't quote me on it. I don't.
But it makes sense. I see it, and you look at different tooling, and you.
But again, the colour's the same.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I try and see if I can zoom out and get this one out on here, see if we can have all three. And let me see if I can zoom out a bit.
Bring it.
That's it. Oh God, no. Oh God, me and my technology. Right, that's it. It's just easier to zoom out. My apologies, everybody.
Daryl's using his fat fingers.
Right, so you can easily see in this view the difference. Now, the one on the front is the Lima. It's a Lima power car, and you can see that blue is just different, totally. And you can, but the actual Hornby super detailed, and the new Lima one is actually both the same.
Yep. Yeah, they are absolutely. They're spot on. I mean, they fantastic job really in the models. I can't fault any of their models. No.
I mean, so this has turned out to be a bit of a HST special, but then it's kind of like you're kind of saying goodbye to the HST, the iconic HST these days.
I think we all have that passion for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I mean, it's funny. I actually saw. Now, this is going off the subject slightly.
Yeah.
But I come across this documentary about the 1983 tube stock that entered service.
Yeah, bring it so our viewers have something to look at.
Okay, we'll get them to have a look at you.
No, not look at me.
Go on, that's it. Go on, and that's it. We'll zoom right out. And what I wanted to do is actually, and the thing is that I don't know if any. I'm going to show my age now, but they used to do some Thames Television, right? I don't know if you guys remember Thames Television back in the day.
Yeah.
So they did a program about this 1983 tube stock Jubilee line that entered service.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to them, the Jubilee line was expected to remain in service until 2020.
Really? So it was nearly its expiry date then.
But we've got the new Jubilee line
Yeah,
stock.
we
So
have,
how long
yeah.
has that been in service since? So
That's true,
obviously they totally underestimated how long it was expected to stay in its life expectancy. And it's like now we've got the HST, which is like a complete icon. East Midlands trains
Yeah,
are the
yeah.
only last sort of vestige of having it really. Is it your HST that's on the front of it?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
So before we sort of shut down on this kind of HST kind of special kind of thing and a little bit of fun on Boxing Day, I'm just going to show you. Oh yeah, is it on? It's not on, is it?
No,
Good.
we're off.
Yeah, good. No, good.
So this is your.
I'm just going to show my shoe.
Nice. Oh, I see you've got plenty of room there.
Now,
So this is your super detailed
in-city exec.
livery. Yeah, that's nice. I do like that. Now, that's
Well,
got a lot of detail.
Now this one here.
I've not seen one of them.
Have you not?
No.
Now, well, I have to say, yeah, EMR Scott Rail Cross Country, yeah, still runs. Now, the thing is with the exec. Oh, yeah. Hang on a minute. God, it's me, my fat fingers. My apologies. Yeah, exactly.
Hang
It's
on.
like time warp. So this is my exec livery. Now I was really, really lucky to get this exec livery HST pack. The reason why is I'd gone off modelling at the time of this HST. I'd gone off modelling because of my transition and all the rest of it. And then when I broke up and decided that I should just be myself and get back into modelling, Hornby had released this, and they were now difficult to get hold of, like the original Intercity Swallow. And this particular set, I was looking everywhere for it, and it turns out I managed to find the last set that I could find anywhere in my local model shop. Well, in my model shop in Basingstoke, for 200 quid.
That's good.
Yeah, which is by today's standard is really good for a super detailed kit. So it looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to sort of. I keep saying I need to keep on, and this is the thing. You see, this is another reason for not buying the Hand 66, because I just think that money really needs to be put on getting some of these other locos chipped and running. But then again,
I think we're all guilty of that. You have a stock of stuff. I mean, and you're trying to keep them all chipped and running. I say I'm nearly get to the point where I'm due to re-chip on mine. So
let's see.
I think we're all guilty of that, but it's just cost, isn't it? You've got to maintain the cost that suits your budget on your layout.
Yeah,
that is nice. I do like that.
So, as far as the layout is concerned, just a quick sort of before we sort of skedaddle, because we've come up for an hour, believe it or not. Well, 50 minutes.
My God.
Yeah, I know. So originally, Gary had given me some of his rubbish that he makes, and it's brilliant stuff. And I've added it to this corner here. He's since brought me over some more rubbish to go in the other corner, which is really handy. So that's going to go right on the end, if you see my finger, right on that end.
Some wrapping paper in there as well.
And also I've just built a disused building there, and I've bricked it up and everything like that. So that kind of covers that up. And then one of the other things I have done on the layout is, Gary's making a run for it. He's had enough of me. Is I've actually added some more bollards, which I've added just only today. So I'm going to try and get you in, and so this might be quite scary again. There you go, that's a bit better. So yeah, so I've got some more bollards down by the coach, by the lorry. So I had 2 originally. I've now extended them today. So it's just to make sure that no lorries can do a little sneaky and cut across. So that's kind of why that is there. In terms of what I got, let me show you something else that I've got as well. I'm going to show you a couple of my Network Rail stuff actually before we go.
Ooh, being treated today.
Well, it's because I have done.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah. Actually, no, we can do that, and we can just go like that, and yeah, here I am.
There you go.
Because then I can see what I'm doing. Then you can sit next to me.
Go on, I'll be your assistant.
Oh, I've got a glamorous assistant.
No, I don't know about glamorous.
Come on then, come sit next to me.
Miss Debbie McGee.
So before I did say I did have a green one. I bought when I showed you my Colas 37. That I did have one on the workbench. 91. Will I be ordering?
Class 97.
97. What's that?
It's 9 and a 7.
Oh, is that the 37? I know what you mean.
It's
Yeah,
yeah.
No, actually, I'm not. I don't think I'm going to be doing that. No, because
I'm not really into. Yeah, it's not
the reason is hello, Richie.
down.
Yes, Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're,
So what I did is I made this. So it was green a little while ago. The last time you saw it, it's now yellow. I haven't done the transfers for it, but the bogies and everything like that, they're all picked out. So that's sort of ready for transfers. It's also got the Cantrell strip. It's very difficult to see the orange, but it is there. So I finished doing that one. Pass it over to my glamorous assistant. Put that back. I'll have to frisk him before he goes home.
Wait.
Make sure he hasn't taken anything. So another coach that I was working on is this one, which is a brake coach.
I'll hold that for a minute.
Yes, and the thing is about this coach, I've actually just painted the windows. I haven't actually.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it didn't come out too bad in the end. I just painted the windows black, so rather than and it looks really nice. It's come out really, really well. And again, I've picked out the ends and all the rest of it, so that's come out really, really nice. So I've now got a good set of coaches.
So what sprays did you use on our paints? Are they just car sprays or?
Yeah, the paint I used is actually you chat to the public for the moment.
Oh, it just dumps me in this, and
Well, you just asked me a question.
I have to add a little.
I now feel compelled to ask you.
The spray me yellow.
Yes.
So from your local Halfords.
Well, no, actually, it's not.
So
Live demonstration? No, God, no.
Not in here.
No, I'm not doing any face painting. I've done my bit of face painting this morning. Right, so no, it's not Halfords. This is Wilko's. Wilko's white primer. And the reason why I use Wilko's is it's basically cheaper. Yeah, $4.99. You go to Halfords.
Yeah.
You go to Halfords. It's like £7.50, £7 or something like that.
I'd look epic as a tiger now.
Gary the Tiger.
Easy. Don't start that one. You can see it now. I went into the range and I noticed that there are little tins like that, and there was £7 or £8, and I think.
Yeah. So this was a Wilko's primer. Now, when I redid this coach, believe it or not, I couldn't remember the colours I'd used. So I went to my back catalogue, and my back catalogue suggested that I said that I'd use this one. So this is what I use, which is a Tamiya TS34, and it's called Camel Yellow. That's what it's called. And this tin, although it's a little tin, has done me 3 coaches, I think.
That's not bad, is it?
No.
Is that acrylic, is it, or is it enamel?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. It's suitable for plastics, so that's why I used it.
I'll tell you, as I'm getting older, my eyesight's going. I'll tell you.
Do you want me to stand over the other side of the kitchen? Now, like I did mention previous, if you are going to embark on making your own, which I do highly suggest. Now, before I tell you, before I explain it more to you, let me show you the other one.
It does say you have to shape.
Yeah. Now, I like Transport, who's not with us today. Was basically, yes, we did have a good Christmas, Richie, and I hope you all did as well.
Crazy Christmas.
Now, I like Transport did mention that Hornby had brought out some Network Rail coaches, which I wasn't really aware of. I thought they were actual repaints. And it turns out that they had recently brought some out. Now, when I checked their website, they're completely sold out. You can't buy them for love nor money. And then I checked on eBay, and it turns out that they want... Hornby make 2 coaches, 2 Mark IIs. One of them is in my hand. The other one I didn't buy because basically I've made my own of that version in any case. But I was really lucky. I got it from the local model shop, my local model shop, Alton Model Centre. And I just want to show you the price.
It's quite good for a coat, yeah.
£31.49. and this is what they call a second open coach, but they didn't really it's basically the track inspection coach. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to get it is I wanted to get all the decals that you can get. So basically,
nice detail on there.
Yeah, there is some really good detail on this coach, and I think that Hornby did do a good job. It's just a bit of a pity that we've only got a selection of 2. I suspect that maybe Hornby might be releasing some more at some point, because I think Network Corral is just generally very popular in the modern scene. So I suspect that there may be at some point. It's like with the Mark III measurement train coaches.
It's a starting point. Now, wherever you look at it, whether that's...
I think they did the same with the Mark III measurement train, didn't they? They brought out a few coaches, then they've added another couple.
At the end of the day, if you're a manufacturer and you release a load of products, yes, it's handy for us because you get the products, but you're going to tease your audience because you want people to come back and keep buying the specials.
So how did you get on with the other containers you were looking for? I haven't actually bought any more containers since. Tell a lie. I don't know if I showed you. My last batch I bought was a pack of 2 from Dreambox. This is Bachmann containers. Now, I must admit, I don't know if they still got this deal on. May I give you my glamorous assistant these
Can we
2
put them
coaches?
back for you?
Oh, just all.
No, I'll put them back.
Oh, okay.
Back in a minute.
So Bachmann have done 2 packs of containers, which you can buy if you want to buy containers without wagons. You can buy pack of 2 of the Dreambox, or you have the pack of 2 of the Yukon containers with the Irish Ferries logo on it, I believe it is. And Kerno were doing a cracking deal. You can sit down.
Okay.
The quality of my workmanship on my chair can take both of us.
Yeah, no, I need to...
I haven't heard it go yet. So, and if you are into containers and you do want to buy them on their own, may I suggest looking at Kerno's, because they were $9.99 for a pack of 2.
It's not bad.
So
That's
£5
good,
each.
Yeah, it's good actually.
So that is really, really good. So that was, I don't know if they still do them, but that's how much I paid. So 2 of these and 2 of these, 20 quid. So it's £10. So per set.
And don't forget, you've got 2 shops. You got one. They've got 2 shops now. So.
Yeah. I was there the other day. The one in Guildford.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one in Guildford, and there's the one
in.
You went? Did you?
Yeah.
You went to the
it's in down Cornwall.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name of it now. Yeah. Camelford. No, it's Camden. Cambridge.
Anyway, it's in Cornwall somewhere. Yeah. So anyway. So we're going to sort of wrap it up now. So I don't know if anybody has got anything else that they would like to add or to ask before we go.
Apologise if we've missed any comments.
Yeah, do apologise. Well, we do have tried to keep up with everything. So hopefully that basically Gary's managed to answer some of the queries that he's had. Campbell,
that's
there
it.
we go.
Steve would know.
Yeah.
I knew how to see it.
Bingo.
It's got lots of
Oh, that's
C.
close. So does Cambridge.
That says Crowthorne.
Oh, dear.
My brain's knackered.
Honestly. So, unless anyone's got anything else to add, then we're going to sort of thank you, Richie.
So, I can't say that word. Field. No.
There's no C in Sheffield.
No, there's no F. There is F in Sheffield. Yeah.
So, on that lovely note, we're wishing continued season's greetings, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And have a fantastic new year, whatever you guys do. And we thought we'd do something a little bit kind of different, because Gary's obviously come over here and he's looked at, he's got his Lima set and I've got my Lima set, well, rebadged. So it's nice to compare the both and have a good Christmas. And I hope you guys have had fun.
It's still my HST. What HST?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, we've got quite a few blue-grey ones on, so now we've got to work out who's is whose. So until the next time, it's goodbye from Mildenhall and Volmer and from Gary from Cheeky Tech.
Take care, you guys.
See you. New year. Happy New Year to you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, we're still on the air. Bye.